How much do student loans bring down my credit score? Hi, I'm Amber Coleman with Guild Mortgage, and I have been doing mortgage loans for the last 20 years. Student loans definitely affect you. Let's kind of talk about it really fast, though. Student loans are something that, most of the time, honestly, you have to get them, right? It's hard to make it through school, especially at the high cost of school, without taking out some type of loan to help pay for them. So never knock yourself for having to do it, especially if you're bettering yourself while going to school. But when you're looking at your credit scores, here's where it can affect you. So let's say you take out a student loan for $10,000, right? And you're going to school. During the time that you're in school, you're deferred on that payment. When you're out of school, though, you can start making that payment, but they do give you certain deferments or forbearances depending on income, depending on a lot of different factors, right? If you use too many deferments or forbearances, you're still attaching interest to your student loan. So where I see that it affects people's credit scores are, let's say that your student loan that you originally took out is $10,000. So it's going to show on your credit report as your high balance of $10,000. The more and more you defer it, your balance on that student loan actually goes up. So when your balance is higher than your high credit limit, that's when your credit scores start to see a decline, because your balance is higher than what you could have charged on it, meaning you're deferring it too long. So when you start making payments to it, you avoid putting too much interest onto the back of the loan that you have to pay later on. Here's also where I see people make a mistake on their student loans that does affect their credit scores. Is what the student loan companies are going to tell you is it's your responsibility to pay attention to when those student loans come due. They don't always send you a notice and say, hey, your student loans are due this month. You're going to have to start making this payment. I see it all the time on people's credit report where all of a sudden they're hit with student loan lates, and the late payments hurt your credit so much. And when you call the student loan companies, they say, not my problem. You should know when your student loans are due. Honestly, that's pretty much what they're going to say, or what they do say to you. So you need to pay attention to when you sign on those student loans, when that payment is due, and make sure you're in contact with them. If you can't make the payment, or if you're in school longer, you need to make sure that you're constantly in communication with that student loan, so they have it noted. You have proof that you've talked to them and they can't report you late. Because here's what happens. Every time you take a semester, there's a new trade line put on your credit. So let's say one semester is $10,000, and then the next semester is $10,000, and then the next semester, you would think that that would all add together and you'd have a $30,000 student loan, but you don't. You have three $10,000 student loans listed on your credit, which means that if you're late for one of those, it shows up 3 times on your credit report, and that's what causes your scores to go down. That's harder to recover from. So one thing to pay attention to on student loans is when you sign that dotted line that says, yes, I'm taking out the student loan, here's when the first payment is due on that student loan according to your graduation date. Make sure that you're in contact with the student loan company, or that you're making that payment to them. Make sure that you're calling them and you're making sure everything is online, because you don't want lates to hit. Those are hard to recover from, and they take a lot longer time to recover from those. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, if you want me to run any scenarios for you, because my ultimate goal is to help you get into a house and to live that dream of being a homeowner. If you want me to run scenarios for you, I'm happy to do it. I'm going to leave all my information on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, and I hope you have a great day.